has some new bars from Leclerc. It's going to be a very Canadian video. Now, I must warn you, if you don't like mouth sounds, chewing sounds, all that kind of thing, step away, close the video now, because obviously I will be eating and trying these bars, and it's going to get chewy and mouth soundy. I'm not gonna, be excessive, but I am gonna be eating, so if it's not your thing, I totally get it. I don't particularly like it watching other people eat. I know that's been a trend for a long time, but for me, it just makes me hungry, or it doesn't help. So yeah, but you have been forewarned. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. Alright, so I decided to do this video. This is probably going to go up before some other ones because it's so topical. It's very spooky season. I went to the store and I saw some limited edition coffee crisp bars. So if you don't know what coffee crisp bars are, everybody in Canada knows the coffee crisp bar. It's very Canadian. It's essentially, as you'll see, a wafer bar with a coffee flavored cream inside and then chocolate around. So it's nice and thick. It's not as thin as like the normal bars you'll see. Anyway, so this is an NHL special edition, but it doesn't taste any different. But it's very Canadian. I don't know if they have this in other countries. If they have coffee crisp in other countries, they might. It's by Nestle, which is, does not have the best track record. The Nestle Corporation, if you know about what they do with the local water supplies, So I apologize to people who are anti-Nestle for the Nestle products in this video, but there's also Leclerc. Is Leclerc under Nestle? Oh my god, I should look that up. Anyways, this bar is very classically Canadian. Some people love it. Some people hate it. I'm in the it's okay, but I wouldn't pick it if, I had other chocolate bars to choose from. I know it's blasphemous, but it's just kind of okay for me. Anyways, the point is, I saw these coffee crisp bars in the store. Get some crinkly. And like it says there, original recipe. Proud partner of the NHL wafer bar. Oh, just in French, 50 grams. So, coffee crisp pops. Wow, they're really advertising their new product on the bar. Interesting. And so, at the store, I also saw this. The double version of coffee crisp. So if any of you don't know what the double is, the double is an order of coffee, especially at Tim Hortons. So if you ask for a large double, it means you want a large coffee with 2 sugars and 2 creams. That's why it's called the double, 2. And if you've seen Jacob Doo, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's a TV show, doesn't matter. Anyways, and then I also saw a pumpkin spice latte, or just, a pumpkin spice latte version of the coffee crisp bar, and I'm like, I wonder how different they can taste, especially this double, because coffee crisp is already coffee flavored, so, and it's already sweet because it's a chocolate bar, so what difference will a double make? It baffles the mind. So I want to try them and see see if I can taste any difference and recommend maybe for you guys out there to try it or not. Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? So we'll start with the original because I haven't had any of these in a while. Interesting, this one's only 42 grams. This one's 50, this one's 50, but this one's 42. The pumpkin spice limited edition is smaller, but I guess fewer calories too. But we'll start with the original. Yeah, that's a coffee crisp bar, all right. I have some tea here. Some nice black currant tea. If you've watched my tea video, you know I'm obsessed with the tea. To really make it Canadian, I do have like a Canadian-ish, the red and white nails, as you can see, but it's not very Canada red. It's kind of a darker red, but whatever. I should have had maple tea, but it's a bit late for caffeine, so I'm gonna have a little bit more of this, the original. That's what it looks like on the inside. Yeah, if you don't like mouth sounds and chewing, then this video's not going to be for you. And just read in the caption my review, the caption in the description. I'll put a few words on what I think of the flavor. So if you're curious, you don't have to watch it if you don't like the mouth sounds. Gotta have that tea ready. It's so sweet. So that's the regular coffee crisp. Next, I'm going to try the double version. It says a sweet and creamy treat, so maybe it'll be creamier because of the double cream. So it looks very similar so far. That's interesting. It's more intense, the coffee flavor. While this one, it's kind of like, it's hard to explain because if you've had these kinds of wafers before, you know the consistency and the flavor of the filling. It tends to have this kind of almost artificial taste. This tastes more like coffee. It's a little sweeter, but mostly a more intense coffee flavor is just it. I have to try a little more. similar. Maybe a slightly more intense coffee flavor. And I don't know if it's much creamier. There is a difference, but it's very slight. I do think I kind of like the double version more, actually. I should turn it to both. I don't know how well you can even see. Oh yeah, there we go. I need more tea, excuse me. This is one of the teas that I showed in my top 10 teas video. Do you want me to do a top 20? I mean, like the other 10, the number 11 to number 20. If you do, let me know, because my goodness, do I have a lot of teas. And finally, the pumpkin spice latte, the PSL, the latte à la citrouille épicée, 42 grams, limited edition. I wonder if I'll actually be able to taste the pumpkin spice. I'm really interested. Let's find out. Taste some pumpkin. It's not very intense. It's not in your face, that's for sure. It's definitely there. Really taste it right at the very end. Oh, it's so sweet. It strangely reminds me of pumpkin pie. And you're probably saying, why is that strange? I mean, it's pumpkin spice, but less a pumpkin spice latte. It's more like pumpkin pie with like coffee in it. I don't know. Honestly, they're all very similar. I don't think that, I mean, if you're interested, I honestly think the double is a little better than the original for me personally, but to each their own. And then the pumpkin spice, I mean, it's not, they could have bumped up the pumpkin spice flavor a lot, in my opinion. They really could have. It's there, but it's a little too subtle for me. Even in a pumpkin spice latte, it certainly is. The pumpkin and the spices aren't in your face. The coffee and the milk is the star, which it's the same here, but I feel like they could have done more. I think if they do this limited edition again, they need to up the pumpkin spice in the recipe. Again, it isn't bad. And you can taste it, but it's kind of womp womp. So that was the 3 Coffee Crisp Original Double, and Pumpkin Spice Latte. I have a little something more for you today, though. Oh, as a side note, again, this is going to be a more recent video compared to, like, I'm not uploading them in the order in which I filmed, because this one is, topical for October, the spooky season. So I found something, this for wood cleaner, because I could not keep the dust off of my cleaners, but sometimes you've gotta get something specific. All my life I've been told these like one-purpose cleaners, one-surface cleaners are a scam, but this one worked out. So sometimes, since 1910, gotta give them props. I think the table is looking much better, and I tried it on some other wood surfaces. I am impressed. That and the Goo Gone, or Gone Goo Gone, one of those Goo Gone Goo Gone. I can't remember which. I'll look it up, but that one too, for real. The scraping I've done of gooey things and labels, the bane of my existence, and then that stuff gone in like 5 seconds. Anyways, on to more goodies. I'm gonna have such a sugar high after this. So there used to be Leclerc. If any of you know Leclerc, again, this is a very Canadian video. They used to have a line of sort of chocolate bars called Chocomax, and there were a bunch of different flavors. I thought they had gone the way of many other discontinued fabulous products, and I was devastated. And then they were briefly back on sale and then disappeared. And now I know why, because they were reformulating and rebranding. Let's hope a few other foods that were seemingly discontinued come back too. Anyways, they've come back as Nugabar. So Chocomax always had nougat in it, and then usually caramel or one other thing, and then chocolate on the outside. These ones have nougat and then like a granola crispy puff rice layer by the looks of it. So it's slightly reformulated, it has more of a bite. But as you can see, this is the Nanaimo flavor, Nanaimo bars. If you don't know what they are, if you've never had one, you are missing out. That and the butter tart are must-try Canadian desserts if you're ever in Canada or you just get a chance to try it. Anyways, so they have a Nanaimo flavor, chocolate and caramel, which they had before. I think they have a dark chocolate and caramel as well, which was an OG Chocomax flavor. And then chocolate and fudge. And then they have a strawberry and a banana. Those two were also OG Chocomax. And there was a caramel with peanuts. I haven't seen a caramel with peanuts sort of version of this one, but it may exist and I just haven't seen it. Anyways, I tried the banana and strawberry. They were okay, but they were never my favorite in the Chocomax versions, and they weren't really my favorite in these. And I think it's because they have that fake candy flavor of banana, and the strawberries, like the strawberry ice cream you get in the Napolitan ice cream, the 3, that they're okay, but not great. So I really wanted to try the Nanaimo. I've tried these two already, but we're gonna compare and contrast, see which one is best. So we'll start with the chocolate and caramel. We'll save the Nanaimo for the end. Just thinking, what am I gonna do with all these half-eaten chocolate bars? Because I usually bring one of these, and when they were Chocomax, I'm such a sugar addict, but I would have them as a late afternoon snack to give myself the last little boost to get me going to the rest of the day. I still now, and I'm gonna have these, but like, if I pull it out and it's half-eaten, people are gonna think I'm crazy. People are gonna think I'm crazy, but it's okay. It's all for you guys. I love how I say you guys like anybody's watching. I don't know. I'm filming this before I uploaded a single video, and maybe nobody's watching. Anyways, at the end of Hawaii rice puff layer, and the chocolate on the outside. Very sweet. Honestly, half of this bar is enough to do in your sweet tooth. Only 150 calories compared to the 250 of the actual full-size chocolate bar, so hey, it's something. It's 100 calories. It's not, it's something, even though it's still probably so much sugar. Oh my god. Pretty good. Definitely a nice chocolatey head. Now the chocolate and fudge. Chocolate and fudge. 35 grams compared to what was that? They were 50, except for the pumpkin spice one. That one was only 42. And 220 calories was the pumpkin spice one. That was 42 grams probably. All of these, if you take them gram per gram, they're probably the same amount of calories. It's just this is a smaller portion. Very interesting looking, kind of chalky, and then this sort of what would you call this? Fudgy. Is this the dark chocolate layer? Let's see. Yeah, very different texture. There's a very thin chocolate fudge layer on the top, then the nougat, and then that same rice, puffed rice sort of layer. This one's definitely more my vibe. Not that I don't like the caramel one, but damn, this one's really good. I don't normally slurp my tea. I apologize. I shouldn't be doing that. It's rude. And then finally, the much-awaited Nanaimo flavor. I'm so glad they did it in Nanaimo. I wonder if they'll do a butter tart. Maybe they have. I don't know. Leclerc. That's the blind Leclerc. Can clear your throat just saying the name. Open sesame. Oh no. This is very glossy all the way around. What's this? Just making sure it's focused. That's interesting. It's trying to mimic the Nanaimo layers. Wow, that's really good. I definitely like that one. Hard to choose between the fudge and this one. That's a tough call. For those of you who don't know, a Nanaimo bar has this coconut sort of wafer. Very Canadian, and goes with the wafer in here. This wafer is sometimes nut, but I've also seen nut-free versions made with oats, and then coconut base, then a custard layer. And I think this is meant to be the sort of wafer nut coconut layer, but it's not. It's just the same rice wafers as before, and then the custard. I think this part's supposed to be the custard, and then there's chocolate ganache on top of a Nanaimo, and I guess, it's chocolate. So it definitely has a Nanaimo vibe. It's not as good as a Nanaimo bar, obviously, but it's a nice sort of interpretation, let's say. So that's it. The nougat. And the coffee crisp. I really would love to hear what you think of these, if you've tried any of them, or if you've tried the Chocomax and you were also mourning the loss. Well, I hope you can check out the Nugabars. And if you find a butter tart version, oh my goodness, let me know, because I would love to try that. Gosh, that would be sickly sweet. I can't even imagine. But yeah, I guess because they could use the tart as the layer base with that puffed sort of rice thing.